Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. And then I'm going to want to get rid of these mesh tiles. They're going to have to become something different, but I could just put those all the way across. We'll wait and see about that one. These dudes in here, it doesn't matter what they have, like that they can literally, like that there's no particular gas that they need. It's the same with the Dreckos. The Dreckos it doesn't matter what gas they have, it just matters if you want to shear them. They've got to be in a hydrogen environment if you want to shear them, but they also need to eat live mealwood. And you can only get live mealwood in this environment down, like it's got to have an oxygen environment. So you've got to have the Dreckos able to go between the two. So we've got our farm sort of going like this. And that's what we're going to be working on. So we want to go, it's got to be in the food. I've got to have a critter drop off there. And that's going to be Dreckos only. That's what we will have in there. Now, what do Dreckos actually eat? That's got to be the next thing. Live mealwood plants. I'm literally just doing that at the moment. That's the whole point of this little exercise here, is I'm making a Drecko farm so that I can start making Atmo suits over here. Doesn't tell me where I need the suits or anything like that. Doesn't tell me anything at all. Right, well, I will just ignore it all then. I won't worry about those. This one is pumping through water. That one is pumping out water. I've got you with 2,000 germs. You've got like 16, 19 germs in there. You've got 7,000, 2,000. Right, so far, that's looking all right. This one is filling up. It's slowly filling up with water, so eventually I am going to reach that one. At the moment, it's looking alright, but I don't think I've quite got enough. This is being built very nicely. They're doing exactly what I want them to do in there, and all the way up that one. I don't need to worry about any of those. I just want them to come in here and finish building all of this. So we've got pipes that they're doing. I'm going to go to you here now. It's blossoms, fungal, mealwood seeds. That's the one that we're going to have in there. Like that. And then I'm going to... awaiting delivery of a mealwood seed. This plant produces edible meal lice. Right. That's in there. But then what I want to do... disable, empty, deconstruct... Right. I want to have it so that they don't harvest it. Copy settings, disable auto repair, deconstruct, empty storage, disable disinfect. I don't want you harvesting this one. Uproot. How do I disable the automatic harvesting of this plant? I don't know at the moment, but what I will do is I will just copy out all of the settings on there. Then I'm going to go into a room in here. So a greenhouse requires a farm station. I've got to have a farm station here, which is that one right there. So we will plonk a farm station there at that end of the room. And we will allow them to come along and build said room in just a moment. I've got Ellie in here. She's holding her breath in there. She has low morale. Still. I think part of her low morale issue is the lack of oxygen that she's experiencing on an almost continuous basis. I got algae terrarium, which emit polluted water. So I'm thinking maybe I don't... although the electrolyzer there is maximum gas pressure already. So I can't do anything with the electrolyzer because the gas pressure is at maximum. How's temperature? That there now, contents 31.3 degrees on the water. So it's actually a bit high on the water. I don't know if it's cooling this time. I really don't know if my cooling system is even working. I'm genuinely not sure if the cooling system is working at all. I'm thinking that the wheezewort, I don't know how you get those, right, that they are doing this, can be planted. So how do you get more wheezewort seeds? Germs, errands, properties. I take it that there is there like a limited number of wheezewort seeds? Is that what the situation is? Is that why it's sort of looking the way it is? One can only assume that is the case. Atmosphere and body temperature. Right, well that's fine. Temperature is needed to be between 10 and 30. Pressure is needed to be 150. At the moment, temperature is almost 40 degrees. Atmosphere needs, this plant is immersed in hydrogen. Yes, so I've got two slight problems with this one. And now I also need to have a look at the room. That is actually now fully classed as a farm. I've got everything that I need in there for it to be a farm. This one in here is a miscellaneous room. That's no good to me. A stable requires a grooming station. So I need that one. I need a grooming station. And I also would like a shearing station. Which I'm going to put here like this. Now, my only other thing is if I put a ladder between the two rooms, is that still going to be classed as the two separate rooms? Is that actually going to work? So we need to find that out. We're going to put a ladder there. And probably put a ladder over that side as well. Well, no, I'll just leave the one ladder for a minute. I'll leave one ladder there for a second, and we will see how this works out. We've definitely got too high a temperature here. So, really, we want to be doing this way further down. What are you detecting? Current pressure 4. Send green signal if below 3 kilos. Right, now he's shut off. Okay, so we've actually got that one now, is reaching the pressure that we want it to reach. That's good. That's almost done. This all the way up here, we're still digging that out. It's taking a lot longer for them to get up, so it's Dreckos that we're going to want in here so that we can start removing some more of the water all the way out from all the way up there. And the idea is that the water will come in from all the way up there, and it will fill up here, and we'll put a pump down in here. That's what we're going to end up doing. We'll stick a pump down in here. So I've got to basically make this so that I can get through. So I'm going to dig that bit out, like that. And then we're going to... Well, actually, that's going to be very simple. We're just going to put a bit of base across there. That's all we'll end up doing, is we're just going to alter the base ever so slightly. And then the water will funnel down in this way. So any water that we do come across will funnel in the correct way. I've got a whole load of water in here that's melting. That's coming from the steam vent, by the look of it. We could get some of that down. We'll deal with that in a minute, though. I'm not going to deal with that just yet. It's this bit over here is my most important bit. Those don't matter, and that down there doesn't really matter either. Like, they will work on this, they will do some stuff in there, but generally speaking, it's not, like, hugely important. What is important is the mealwood in here. I've got to be able to get that so that it's... Right, I need to move the Drecklet egg can stay where it is. I need to wrangle some Drecklets now and bring them in here. So that critter drop off in there. I'm going to go here. It's going to be Drecko and Drecklet. That's what we're going to put in there. Auto-wrangle surplus. I won't auto-wrangle any surplus from there. So that's where the Dreckos are going to go. I've got the other stations that we need, and then I need to get this. I've got to get the temperature down in here. Now, I'm wondering, just having a wheeze... Like, I've got some wheezeworts here. I've got sleet wheats there. And then I got a load of wheezeworts. I think that I could go into these. I'm going to need to have some tiles. What we'll do is if I put tile like that. There. And then I go in here and dig those out. I can also dig that one out. We'll dig stuff out on each side. I've got ice up there. What I don't want is that water dropping down here and flooding my base. If it goes that way, it's actually... Ah. That will actually be alright. Look, I just put one tile block there. The water will drop down and then it will run down here and it will go into that pool down there. So we'll let them just build that one little bit. And then this up here, I've got granite and I've got ice. That's going to melt. So we got ice and stuff that will melt in here. That's fine. If it melts, it melts. So then what I need to do... Oh, right, now. Outside of green... Oh. It's because I've got that. Now, if I have a ladder, is that going to allow this to be classed as... a separate room or not? Cancel that ladder. Right. Is it going to allow me to have this classed as a separate room or not by having that ladder in there? Or do I need to do something different? You're making stuff. The other one that I actually need to do is the oxygen generation, the electrolyzer in here, water into water and oxygen. So I want to put one of those in there like that. And I need to remove those tiles. We've got to seal that off. And I need to seal it off up there so that I've just got the oxygen and stuff in here. Right. That doesn't allow it. Room overlay, I'm not allowed to have the two crossing over on here because of the ladder on here. I got no way for Drecklets to be able to get from up there down to here without having a hatch or something along those lines. So I don't think that's actually something I'm going to be able to do because they've got to graze on live mealwood. And it doesn't look like that's something I can have. This is what we've got in here. I've got the critters. I don't think I've got a tile or any kind of lock that I can put here to allow the critters to pass through, but to class it as separate doors. Unfortunately, that's not an option. So I got to remove that. That farm station, what do you make? Produces micronutrient fertilizer to increase plant growth rates. Skill required operation. I got one down there that I can use. I'm thinking I'm gonna leave him there anyway. It does say that he's outside. Open the room overlay to this building must be built inside a greenhouse for full functionality. Right, fine. I will deconstruct that one. We won't have that one here. That means that then we want this to be a stable. So we'll have a look at room overlay. That is 145 tiles. I need this room to be a little tiny bit smaller in order to work. Well, for a start, we will put tiles all the way along the top there. Like that. That's going to be one thing that we're going to do to start off with. I will cancel that build there. That one can be deconstructed. That one there can be deconstructed. Deconstruct you, and deconstruct that one as well. I want farm tiles. Food, hydroponic tile. I want farm tiles right the way along there like that. Right. Run them round and do all of these different buildings in construction. So I've got the farm tile down there. Then we will go to base in here. That one's going to go there. And I will take a pneumatic door and I'll drop that one down on that bit there so that it raises the level up a bit. Picked up micronutrient fertilizer. They may come down there and then come up and fertilize these once, if I can get the temperature down enough. I've got these up here. I'm gonna try putting a wheezewort in here. Just one of them. And we'll see if that actually does anything. It might. I might actually be able to use wheezeworts in there to make this work properly. I've now run out of water down here, which is not a good thing. The speed that I'm running out of water is ridiculous. Although I have got all of this water in here. That's partially why, is because we've got all of that water going into there at the moment. So, it's not like the end of the world that we've had all of this happen. Thimbleweed. That water is 40-odd degrees in there. It's quite warm. Got that bit of water there. I need, this is what I need to do next. I need to get this water going in here. So, we're going to go with base, tile. Must be built in an unoccupied space. This is my one problem here is... Actually, no, it's not a problem because I can simply remove this. That. Delete those two. That's what we're going to do. I need to be able to get through here fairly quickly now, so we're going to... cancel those builds there. We are going to do some digging all the way over to there, like that. I'm going to get a bit of base building. Tile is going to go in there. That one can stay there. I want to remove these because I want to put tiles into those two. So we'll put tile into there, which means that the water will run down, it will go along there, and then it will drop straight down here through all of this lot in a straight line. It will get to there, and then it will go sideways a little tiny bit. So I could actually just change that one over right now. Turn that into a mesh tile right there, and then the water should drop in a straight line right down to that pool. It should go all the way down. I've got phosphorite over here that is busy being dug out. Lots and lots of phosphorite busy being dug out. I got all of these jobs in here that they're busy putting through. I need more food, hydroponic farm. Put those two in there. And... one more on that side. Base in here. I want a tile there. And then I want a pneumatic door to go in there like that. That's squished everything down a little bit. Outside of stables. That's because that is still not been built over that side. But that's made a lot less space in here. But I'm hoping that the Drecklets will be able... the Dreckos will now be able to use all of this. Hydroponic farms. They're delivering a load more granite in here. Outside of yeah, build that bit. If you could build that bit, that would be great. And I need you to build that bit so that I can get the water running all the way over to here. I'm almost at the water. It's not going to take long for me to just bust through the sides there. Just need them to go through and super duper hard digging. That one. Just build that one. There's a tile. Delivering granite. Right. Now, you're still outside of a stable. Room overlay. Maximum size, 96. Room... Miscellaneous room. Stable with a grooming station, 96 tiles. This is 115 tiles in here. I think I need to bring it back by 3 on here to make this work. So I'm going to get rid of that one there, and I'll chop those 3 out as well. And then we'll just let we'll let them sort of work through that little bit of work there, removing some of these farms and things like that. And I also want to remove 2 more of these. Deconstruct. I'll remove 3 of them for a second, because I think I'm going to need 3 removed, and go here with tile, because I want to put that one in there. Let them build that. They're running through here. They've got abyssalite to dig through here, and that takes a little bit more doing for some of them. Well, not for some of them. It takes a bit more doing for all of them. So then we go tile like that. Here I go tile. 2 lots of tile, and I go tile there. I put that in. Excuse me. I put door and door there and there. I then deconstruct that door and that door. Plus that bit. And those. And that bit. And that bit. So now in here, that's sealed. That room is now sealed. So why are you still not classed as a appropriate room? That is 97 tiles. Maximum size 96 tiles. I'm 1 tile too many in here. Room size 5,999 tiles. 36. 68. That one there is just around there. So it doesn't count the floor tiles. So all I need to do is add 1 single tile into the roof somewhere, which I can do there, and that should be about right. Oxygen in here. A diffuser converts... No, it's the electrolyzer that I want. I want to put an electrolyzer in there like that, so that it will bring... It will deal with the water that comes through. Now, I have another No, I don't have another problem. That one is 280 germs. That one's got no germs at all. I don't have enough water in here, and I don't have enough water going into there at the moment. But I'm about to get a whole load of water go through. I've got these now ready, so the water will drop right down through into the pool down here. So all I gotta do is have them dig that out. Once they've dug that out, problem solved. There, and dig that one. Right. Just take that one out, and I should have them run right through. Go on, you can do this. Yes, there we go. Now you're swimming. Right, so the water's coming over here, and it's dropping all the way down through. I've got a little bit sort of accumulating on there and on that one. So it's spreading out a tiny bit, but what I can do to solve that, actually, is if I just put mesh tile on there, and mesh tile on that one, then it shouldn't be an issue. If I do that, that should not be any kind of problem whatsoever. Put mesh tiles right the way through. There's a mesh tile. And another mesh tile further down. Then everything goes underwater, and the water drains all the way down through the base. There's that one. I got a mesh tile in there. So I can mop that bit up there. There's nothing else that needs to be mopped, because everything else is mesh tiles that just allow the water to drip right the way down through. That is absolutely perfect. That works absolutely spot on perfect. So I'm leaving that running for a minute, and I'm going to dig out those. And then I'm also going to go over this way to the base here, and I'm going to put a ladder up there like that. So you've got a little bit more work to do. We've got this is coming in through. They're picking up some slime. We've got some sedimentary rock. I got the water that's slowly going to even out and work its way all the way back through. One other bit that I will do is I will dig that out there, so then I can go and mop up everything that's in here. Although, maybe I ought to drain that out first. I suppose it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Doesn't really matter which way that goes. It's all going to sort of pour out the bottom. So I will leave them with their soggy feet issues for a while. I won't worry about that for a minute. And then right, now the next bit. We want to go back over to here. So in here, what have I got? Room overlay. I have now got a room. 96 tiles, 96 tiles. I've got that. That is now officially stable with the grooming station in here. I then want to go into plumbing and liquid pipe in here. And just put that one out like that. I also need to have a bit of water flowing into there. Just like that. Right, you have no seed selected. So that one there, I'm not going to have a mealwood seed. I'm going to have a wart seed in there. Right, I can't set a wart seed in there at the moment because I don't have one available. But what I can do is I can copy the settings from down there. And I can move all the way up here. And I'm actually going to put that one right there in the middle. And I'll do 2 of them. I'm going to put one there and one there. I think that'll be alright. We'll put 2 of those in there. And then I've got a wheezewort here. I got another wheezewort here. I got one here and I got one here. So I can go up and I can, like, hopefully hunt these out. I might be able to do something with them. I might be able to use them. I've got printing pods here. Choose a blueprint. Do I have any more? I got mirth leaf seeds over here. I don't want those, I don't think. Reject all. Not ready for more duplicants just yet. You know, I think we ought to consider doing a little bit more research, as we haven't done research for absolutely ages. Advanced caffeination. Transit tubes. Now, that would be quite useful. Novice research is required to unlock basic technique can be this advanced. Enter the transit tube system. Stops drawing power once fully charged. And then you can shoot them right the way across. Jet suits. Okay, they seem pretty cool. Renaissance art. Glass blowing. A whole load more. What's this? Solid fuel combustion. Burns refined iron and oxalite to increase rocket exploration distance. Good gravy. Environmental appreciation. Jetpacks. Catalysts. Oxalite refineries. There's all sorts of things in here. Smelting. Metal refineries. Superheated forging. Smart storage with conveyors. Conveyors, plastic manufacturing, or what was the other one I was thinking? Transit tubes. Actually, we're going to try transit tubes. We'll see what those are like. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for a little while. We need to let the replicants rest. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I am just going to drag out this farewell just a tiny little bit, just so that there is enough space and time on the screen to put up a couple lots of you absolutely wonderful supporters of the channel. You should be seeing some of your names coming up now. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.